Hi, this is Daniel Yo from the Enneagram Connections, where we support you to build a harmonious, joyful, and meaningful relationships that matters to you. Today is the third episode of the Healing Relationships podcast, and we're going to talk about what can I do to change the other person in relationship, whether is it your boss, your peers, your subordinate, or is with your loved ones at home. We often hear people say that you cause trouble to me and I'm suffering because of your behavior. You make this and that mistake and I want you to change. You know what? But he or she won't listen. And in that case, I'm not going to change unless you change. We want others to change first. What happens when nobody wants to change? People start to become passive-aggressive. They don't talk to each other. And who suffers? If you have children, the children, they're going to suffer. They suffer because the family is not harmonious. They suffer because people at home are not connected. There are unnecessary conflicts at home. I've got this story that I want to share with you. I had this participant from our Enneagram program. Because of her Enneagram type, she come across as somebody very loud. And when I say loud, I don't mean that she is arrogant or proud. She speaks with a loud voice and she's intense. When she wants to do something, she is very focused and she makes sure she gets it done very fast. Everything is about fast and getting things done. Very, very tough lady. She also wants to control things. Basically, want things to be fast, want things to be done in not necessarily a particular way, but just want things to happen quickly. So when things don't happen at a certain speed, she will push people, she will push things through. There's nothing wrong with her behavior. Now, the challenge is her husband is of a different Enneagram personality from her. What happened is that husband could not take her intensity. She speaks fairly loud and the husband prefer her to speak softer, and she acts very fast. It's about action, action, action. But the husband prefer things to be slow, less intense, give him space to think about decision making. And until she came across the Enneagram teaching, she didn't understand why her husband and her couldn't get along. And you guess what? She started to change herself. She started to be more mindful when she interacted with her husband. So over a period of 4 to 6 months, things started to work out better between herself and her husband. And as a result of this consistent change in this client of mine, her husband started to speak up. He started to let go of his defense towards her, and for once they had good discussions. They talked about their feeling and how she made him feel, and the other way around. And relationships start to heal as a result. Looking back at this example, I could think of 3 key points in this podcast. The first one is we expect others to change, but in reality is we can't change other people. We can only change ourselves. Secondly, when we change, then there's a chance that others might change. And lastly, our change has to be consistent, meaning we cannot change for 2 weeks and then expect the other person to start to change. We have to change every day, consistently. If you were to ask me how long, I don't know. Perhaps 3 months, 6 months. Change is a journey. There is no instant change in healing our relationship. We've come to the end of this podcast, and thank you very much for tuning in, and look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. And if you're curious with what we do at the Enneagram Connections program, check out our website at www.seedoflight.com and click on the Healing Relationships on the top of our webpage. See you soon. Bye-bye.